gentlemen, the Vice President of the...
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
To specifically accept more refugees.
Okay.
Space is exciting. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
Because as we all know, elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for.
One doesn't have to be brilliant to attempt a coup.
I disagree with that. As somebody who has helped plan coup d'etat, not here, but, other places.
I wore my mask the entire game, and when people ask for a photograph, I hold my breath and I put it here, and people could see that. There's a 0% chance of infection from that.
It's nice that some people, idolize me and put me up on a pedestal, but I don't get impressed by that. I never have.
So listen, I'm just trying to get there. You said you want to talk about climate change, but what effect does climate change have on this phenomenon?
I don't think you can link climate change to any one event. Okay. To link it to any one event, I would caution against that.
Okay, well, listen, I grew up there, and these storms are intensifying.
We believe climate change is an existential threat, so, children won't forget about clothes on their back. They're not going to be able to have a life if we don't deal with climate change.
So I'm going to throw this immediately out to the audience and say, how many of you are driving an electric vehicle at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would say that probably constitutes less than 5% of the persons sitting here in this room.
The RAF has halted flights in and out of RAF Brize Norton because the runway has melted.
So my advice to everyone out there who's frustrated, sad, angry, feel those emotions, go to a kickboxing class, have a margarita, do whatever you need to do this weekend.
Hold on 1 second. We have a process here. I will not call on you if you yell. I'm done. I'm not getting into a back and forth with you. Go ahead, Jeremy. It is not your turn. It is not your turn. I hear the question. I hear your question, but we're not doing this the way you want it. I'm done with you right now.
You tweeted in 2016
I knew this
Trump
was coming.
stole an election.
I was waiting, Peter, when you were going to ask me that question. Let's be really clear. That comparison that you made is just ridiculous. We are in a historic place in history. When you are not with where majority of Americans are, then, that is extreme. That is an extreme way of thinking.
Isn't it almost Orwellian? How can you call it Inflation Reduction Act when the nonpartisan experts say it's not going to?
So I appreciate that. I appreciate the question. Looking backward, it is the ultimate irony, that the 2020 election was proven by the Trump administration's Homeland. Sorry, I think I got ahead of myself there. We take the law very seriously here.
These January 6th hearings are remarkable. They are riveting.
The hearings last night, they were searing, they were vivid. It was compelling, it was chilling, the videos were chilling, and I think it's going to be historic.
There's never been a bigger or more important story in American history than this.
Later that day, Senator Hawley fled after those protesters he helped to rile up stormed the Capitol. See for yourself. Think about what we've seen.
I was extremely disturbed seeing that vision, that image that we just saw again of Josh Hawley.
The most important story in the history of the Republic.
From them were stomach-turning, riveting, compelling. One senator told me that he had a lump in his throat as he was watching the video.
This is the most important and disturbing incident that's ever happened in the 246 years of the American constitutional republic.
The president
reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm. Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Renato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
Jaw-dropping. It's devastating testimony.
100% credible.
That we are in debt to Cassidy Hutchinson.
She was a great witness. She was absolutely precise. She connected the dots more than anybody has.
This is an historic day. Our descendants are going to ask us what we know about Cassidy Hutchinson.
How about that phony story? I'm sitting in the back of the Beast. I wasn't sure if I should be honored because I felt very strong. And these two big, strong Secret Service guys, I said, take me to the Capitol. No, sir, can't do it. So I grabbed the steering wheel, the commandeer, and he rebuffed me, she said. He rebuffed. So my hands fell around another powerful guy. And I started to choke him. I felt, when the story came out, some people said, I never knew you were that strong physically.
Tell the speaker how much we admire her. And I'm going to be proud to be standing with a president that is 100% sedition-free.
Is this unprecedented to arrest a former president for not turning in documents?
A former president that had committed this many provable criminal acts.
But what are the provable criminal acts, I guess?
Provable criminal acts. Well, I'm done talking.
We're going to be shutting these plants down all across America.
It was loud and hard to hear, I think, or maybe not. But I spoke to this over the weekend. The president's words, we believe, were twisted.
We're going to be shutting these plants down all across America.
Dr. Biden is for it. Mr. President.
Oh, I could get a disease tomorrow. I could, drop dead tomorrow. But I think the best way to make the judgment is to watch me. I can't even say the age I'm going to be. I can't even get it out of my mouth. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer. We haven't been able to communicate it in a way that is, let me say another way.
By the way, Megan Hayes, the administration's director of message planning, there she is, there's the reveal with POTUS and FLOTUS. There is the giant bunny that saved President Biden's bacon.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America.
And wish everyone a happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Schwanza.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to